This week, from the internet. The boys are back in town, but everyone else is back in San Diego for the first in-person Comic-Con since 2019. Plus, Hasbro shows off their Selfie Series technology while fans line up to surrender their likeness rights to the toy giant. And NECA keeps the Ninja Turtle gravy train rolling with the most obscure characters from the original cartoon and new turtle dudes from the funny pages. Hey guys! Structurally speaking, I don't think this is really a good time for your buddies to drop in. It's the Reluctant Adult Podcast.
Welcome to another episode of the Reluctant Adult Podcast. My name is Paul, and I am joined, as always, by the man who doesn't wait till San Diego Comic-Con to sell out, Bill.
Hi, everybody. That's right. I sell out all the time.
Big sellout over here.
Yeah.
So, obviously, the big news of last weekend, was the return to in-person San Diego Comic-Con. Everyone clearly was excited because there were a ton of reveals. Almost too much to talk about.
Yes.
What do you want to start with first? You want to go with NECA?
Let's go with NECA, because we always like to talk about NECA. We got to start somewhere. Yeah, let's go with NECA.
So we're going to go, one of their new lines that they unveiled is based on Jim Henson's Dinosaurs. If you remember, this was the show from ABC. It was a primetime show. These were life-sized puppet costumes done by the people from the Jim Henson Company. Now, there were toys for dinosaurs back in the day. I believe it was Hasbro. They did a line that included the family members and then Mr. Richfield, which was Earl's boss, who would always sit in that what is that, like, the box?
Yeah, you had
a trailer.
It was a trailer, yeah, and he would just shake the trailer. Yeah. That was it.
Yeah, because he was the joke was he was so big that he didn't. I don't know if we ever saw him walk.
No, you never did. He was just in that. He was just in the trailer.
Right. They were very creative with how they used the puppets, because some of them were literal hand puppets, and you would only see them like on TV, and they would never be next to the walking puppets.
Right.
So it was very interesting.
The neighbor that was just the Brachiosaurus or the Apatosaurus
you would just
that
see
would just come through the window.
Yeah. So they really played with scale, and it was a very fun show. And the show was really satirical about society and television. It was very meta. It's on Disney Plus now. I rewatched it not too long ago. It really holds up. If anything, it's more true now, because how many years ago did that come out, and we still haven't fixed a lot of things that they were talking about.
Right.
The famous final episode where it's the beginning of the Ice Age, because the dinosaurs ate all of the creatures that would take care of the plants, and they ruined that circle of life. So very, very pointed commentary on society and how fucked up people.
That's a tough watch. As a kid, you're like, wait, what? I think that was the first time. I think that was the first time as a kid that I was like, wait, they're not going to be all right? Like, watching episode to episode, I was like, what? This is it?
I mean, there are no more dinosaurs. They had to go.
It's right up
like
there.
Watching Titanic. You know how that ends.
Fair enough. It was right up there.
They actually showed it.
They did, yeah. They went there, kids. Yeah. They went there.
But, so, NECA doing that, they showed off Baby Sinclair, who appears to have no articulation. I don't know if he's going to be his own figure or he's going to be an accessory with Earl. But I think they look good. I don't know if they're going to add more articulation. You could see that Earl had wrist joints, so at least they will be articulated in some way. At least some of them.
You figure you can't do much. I mean, they didn't have a lot of movement. There's a very restricted movement in those puppets anyway. They really couldn't do a lot.
I
can't imagine.
But they could get creative, like with Baby. They could give him some like torso, like different pieces of torso.
At least see some arm articulation. I mean, he did have movement in the arms like this.
Yeah, the way that his arms go into his sleeves, you can make those ball joints.
Right.
So there's got to be some movement here, because you got to have Baby be able to hold the frying pan and hit his dad and be like, "Not the mama,
not the mama."
So a lot of potential for those to be fun. I like what NECA's doing with these niche lines. They're doing Elf this year. Elf, ALF. I liked Elf. I liked him. He's one of those characters that I like the aesthetic of the character, not so much the show.
Sure.
I just Burger King did those Elf puppets, and I bought all of those, and I was back home in Massachusetts this week, and I found one, and I brought it home with me. So I'm excited to have that.
Big into puppets in your life. It's just very.
I know. I love puppets. We need to talk about puppets a little bit later because it was a tough week for puppets on TikTok. Did you get a chance to see any of this?
No.
Okay.
So
if we have time, we will delve into the troubles that puppets had on TikTok later. But we're talking about Comic-Con right now. So Dinosaurs coming from NECA. We saw some new gargoyles. That was interesting.
We did. Mm-hmm. So I forget. There's a portion of it where Goliath and I think a couple of the characters travel into a different dimension, or you know how it is, and they find the rookery with the eggs. Yeah. And it's like his daughter. So it was Goliath's daughter is in it. And there's a baby gargoyle that's hatching out of an egg. Yeah. We get to see Xanatos.
Our first human figure.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan. He looks a little soft, but I guess that's what they're kind of going. I guess based off of like how ripped and chiseled the gargoyles look. Like they almost went like real life on them. And Xanatos just like a little too. Oh yeah. He looks just a little too soft for me. Like it's just like the sculpt looks like he is animated, whereas the other ones just look like they're based off of real life over the cartoon. You get their the gargoyle mechs, as well as Xanatos, the Xanatos mech, the red one. So
I'm looking at him now. I actually prefer this design choice. Okay. I wish that the gargoyles were a little more cartoon-ish.
Just smoother as opposed to just...
Yeah. I really like the sculpt.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know that I need this figure. Also, they gave him the weird sausage link elbows.
Oh, nice.
Where it's you know it if you see it. It's weird. Yeah. Like it gives them a good cut, but like at what cost? At what cost?
I wouldn't say that I hate him per se. It's just I don't think he fits in with where the initial ones are.
There is a stylistic difference between the human and the gargoyle characters. Still waiting. I guess some of them are up for pre-order, but still waiting for any of these other than the first two, and then like the repaint of Goliath to show up. I don't know that I'm going to keep collecting these. I have never opened Goliath. I really like the look of some of them. That Broadway really freaks me out. And the way they had him pose is like Randy Orton. He's like this. It just doesn't. It's not working for me.
You get your Broadway. I'm not a big. Lexington freaks me out. If I have to say anything, he scares me.
I like his alternate head, the screaming head.
Oh, yeah?
That one's pretty neat. See, I feel like his heads are very cartoonish, and then it doesn't work well with how detailed the body is.
The body's scary.
Veins
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He's got that nice dad bod because he's got the gut, but then he's got, like, look at his calves. He's got muscles on top of muscles. Yeah.
Right. So, some choices.
Oh, I think I was looking at the wrong one. Who's the red one? Is that the one you're talking about?
That's Brooklyn.
Okay, Brooklyn freaks me out. Like that really weird like ab muscle structure.
Yeah.
Like there's no reason that this gargoyle would be doing crunches. Like he should not be that defined.
Right. They get 12 hours of the day to exercise, and the other 12 hours are our best days. They're rock, yeah. So
yeah. There's another company doing gargoyles.
I saw that. Yeah.
Beast Kingdom, is that who it is?
I think so. I had to look because I thought it was NECA at first.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, who is this gargoyle here?" And it's supposed to be Goliath.
On?
I don't know. It's really weird.
It's very thin. It's like they went too far the other way.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Someone said the face looked like Trump. And it kind of does if you look at it. Yeah, so this is an interesting line. I wish they had gone the more cartoon accurate direction. Clearly not. It's like an amalgamation of realistic and cartoon, which is fine, sort of splitting the difference, but my preference would have been cartoon, and maybe I would have been more into them than I am.
I think people are more interested in the draped wings than anything else, so they showed off Damona's draped wings, and that sort of broke the internet.
Those?
I have to admit, they always said they're going to be released with the smaller figures, so I'm assuming it's probably going to come with like a Xanatos or
Brooklyn,
Lexington there. No, not Brooklyn. He's too big.
Oh, Lexington. Yeah, that's what I mean. Lexington. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes.
Sure.
We're still waiting on some pre-orders for those. They showed up a couple new Gremlins. I think literally a couple. They had like a tattoo 2-pack.
Okay.
Where the tattoo artist is tattooing the WB logo.
Right. Yeah, that one's been teased. That one's been teased for quite some time. That one's nothing new.
Yeah. It really disappoints me that they just keep reusing these old sculpts, so they don't have the great articulation that you got in the Gremlin 1 Gremlins. So it's always been sort of disappointing to me that they're just like, I mean, maybe this is the best they can do. Maybe there's not a huge interest in Gremlins, so it's like it's either this or nothing.
Sure.
But for me, it's nothing because I don't need these. No. I'm more of a Mogwai fan. I really want those Mogwai. I'm still waiting on those. They showed them off again. You got the Mountain Dew Mogwai up there.
They did.
I love that they have Gizmo. Normal Gremlins 2 Gizmo without the Rambo bandana glued on there.
Okay.
That was always so annoying to me that they had that bandana on there. The packaging, reminiscent of the original packaging, but they added an illustrated version of the Mogwai to the front of it, which is fine. I don't know. What did the original... Oh, these actually... They're not full clamshells like those original. They have the cardboard back and then the plastic bubble.
Oh, fair enough.
But they look fine. They look good.
Good.
Nice white card with the red lettering. I think that always looks pretty eye-catching. So I already have those pre-order. Hopefully those come out soon. They were due, I want to say this month, and this month is almost over.
Hopefully you'll get lucky.
Hope. Yeah. Is that one of them? Lucky? Is that the Mountain Dew one?
I don't know. I had the Mountain Dew Baja Gold today. Have you tried that?
I do think I did. My wife picked up a couple while we were on vacation. Yeah, it tastes just... It doesn't taste... Here's my problem with these Mountain Dew flavors.
Oh, no.
At no point is it Mountain Dew. It's just branded Mountain Dew, but it's not... You don't get that, like, the Mountain Dew citrus flavor at all.
Fair enough.
At least to my taste buds.
I was shocked.
So this tasted...
I was shocked.
It's just very pineapple-y, right?
I loved it.
Oh, you loved it?
I love pineapple.
I feel like it's a little too sweet. It's not like something I could drink on the regular.
This was a special occasion. I never drink Mountain Dew, but I'll always try one once.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it was good stuff.
I'm a Mountain Dew purist. I love the OG Mountain Dew. I love the original Pitch Black that apparently they're not allowed to make anymore. For some reason, they're not ever putting that original recipe out again. I don't love like even the Baja Blast. That's the Taco Bell exclusive. I like my original Mountain Dew. I like it in a can best. Then I like the bottle, and then I like it. My least preferred Mountain Dew is out of the, like, at the restaurant where you have the tap or the drink dispenser. Sure. It just hits different. It's just, I don't know if it's the carbonation level or something, but it's like a completely different drink from the bottled Mountain Dew.
I getcha. That makes sense.
Very specific, very Dew specific. So moving on from NECA, obviously the big reveal, giant display was for their TMNT cartoon line, as well as some new comic lines. Nothing video game as far as I saw. So
I didn't see anything.
It's cartoon, and so there were new figures for the cartoon line. We're getting very obscure, as you mentioned.
Yes,
we're really running out of the well-known characters.
We're scraping.
We're scraping the bottom. But they did reveal these display areas that are based on the sewer layer.
Right.
I think there were 3 different modular sets that they had next to each other. So it wasn't... I didn't think that these were going to be for sale because they've been using these for their display photos for a while.
They have.
People seem pretty certain that these are going to be sold, but there was no information released, as far as I'm aware, about pricing or release date or anything like that. But there are 3 unique sets. So if you want, I don't know, we don't know if they'll be sold together, they'll be sold piece by piece. But apparently the idea is these will go below your city playset, your cityscape set. It's not clear how they will connect. People that have the city set say there's no like obvious connection points, so they might have to sell an adapter or something. I don't know, but I do like the idea they're selling this, because it is a nice way to display the characters if you have enough space.
Sure.
Toy companies are just assuming we all live in these vast mansions that have so much space to display toys.
Yes.
Between Mattel new generation Ring and all of these things. My goodness.
We're out of room here, people.
Out of room.
We're out of
room.
room.
Out of real estate. I know. We're all stacked on top of each other. If you could see behind me right now, all the crap I brought home from Massachusetts is just literally stacked as high as, what's the expression? As high as something's eye.
Elephant's eye.
Elephant's eye, yeah. There's a lot of expressions that deal with elephants.
Hey, they're a popular animal to have a expression about.
Memory of an elephant.
Sure. Anything stand out for? Nothing really stood out for Turtles for me. I'm like you said, we're scraping here, and I'm almost done. Like, you get the core and you get the figures and the characters that you remember, but outside of that, I think they teased. Did they tease like a Ronin figure, like the last Ronin in the back of a window that was in the animated style? I think that was a tease at one point.
I did see that, and I always wonder if those are just like for the fun of it, because was there a Ronin? Did he appear in the cartoon?
No, that's a newer run. That's from the IDW
So
run.
It seems weird that would even be a thing.
But that's the thing they're all doing. I mean, NECA's coming out with their own comic version of it at some point. So that's the big Turtle iteration at this point. For
I know, but
it
never appeared in the cartoon. Like, are they going to start doing just random characters that never appeared in the cartoon?
Well, why the hell not? It makes money.
Shredder?
Yeah, sure. Makes money. I mean, they'll do a character that appeared for 2 minutes in a TV show, like Bugman.
That's fine.
You think Bugman's fine? He literally appeared. I don't know.
I feel like NECA made a contract with us that they were going to do characters that appeared on the cartoon.
No, fair enough.
Once you just start doing fantasy characters that didn't, then you're into some interesting territory, because you can literally make anything. And what's to stop them from doing that?
Maybe he'll be the Loot Crate exclusive. Maybe that a lot of people are seeing the superhero versions of Rocksteady and Bebop. I don't know their name. They're assuming that one or both of them might be the Loot Crate Series 3 figures.
I don't think they ever preview the Loot Crate figures.
Oh,
they've only done a couple of the boxes, but I feel like those are always like they silhouette them until it's time to reveal them.
Okay.
So unless it's a new strategy because of all the troubles in the last one, they really need some gunpowder in there. They really need some strong characters. I did see people presuming that, but I would disagree that is going to be the case. But we'll see. I also question whether there will be another Loot Crate because of the disaster that was the current one, that we still are missing technically 3 figures because of the bonus figure.
Of course.
So that's all left to be seen. I'm trying to think. Oh, so I brought home my childhood collection of Turtles, and I was looking through all the ones I had, and like the characters, like the supporting characters, not like the Turtle variants.
Yeah.
And I was like, which characters has NECA not done? And like they must have did all of the characters that were toys appear on the cartoon?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
No.
Like the pizza chef with the peg leg, did he appear on the cartoon?
That's Pizza Face.
Pizza Face.
Yes. No, he was not. I don't think he was in the original cartoon, and they redid him as like a nightmare pizza in the Nickelodeon CGI one.
Okay.
He was like a pizza monster named Pizza Face. It was Michelangelo's like nightmare.
So he was not. Yeah, I see that. He was not in the Fred Wolf cartoon.
No.
Okay, so that figure can't exist. Because I was looking at like who else is there. There's the. No, I mean they got a lot of them. Yeah. It also made me think just how unnecessary these Super 7 figures are.
Sure.
Because the Playmates figures are just so great. They're so detailed.
That Pizza Face figure, one of my top 10 figures.
There's just nothing other than making them bigger. Even the articulation is not
No, you don't need it. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
And that's why we're getting them for so cheap now.
Yeah, I know. People are finally like... it just like I don't know what you could do if you wanted to like remake them, like make them exactly the same but larger, but like that's unnecessary. I think they just were perfect, And the idea of making them again in any other way is just so unnecessary.
It is. I don't think that line's going to last too much longer for Super 7.
They have a lot of they have some new boxed figure or box photos, like the Samurai Leo wave with Ray Fillet. And looking at them, I was like, these look fine, but they're just larger versions of the Playmate figures
versions,
that aren't as like hunched over. But like that was part of the fun of them. Like that was their style, that they were like ready to spring into action.
Yeah, they had their action pose already set up for you. You didn't need anything
else. And like
else.
some of them, you couldn't even stand them because like one foot would be on the ball of its foot and all angled weird.
One leg would be a worm. And you were like, what?
It's impossible.
It's a worm?
You're
a snake? What?
What is happening? the like latest run figure that I had, I didn't have like the giraffe or the lion or anything like that, but I had the witch doctor that was half elephant.
Oh sure, yeah.
And I was looking at him, examining him, and I never really realized that half of his limbs were still human.
Oh no
way! They were just all gray. But like one of his arms, one of his hands, and his arm is the elephant's hoof or whatever you call it, the foot, and then the other one is like a human hand, and the same with the foot. Like it's very clearly like that transition. So he's a pretty, like, if you look on eBay, he fetches quite a pretty penny.
I think I tapped out after the Secret of the Ooze figures came out, the Toka and the Raza and the Super Shredder. I think I was done after that. I could be mistaken, but I think the interest started waning, and I started moving towards like X-Men at that point.
Yeah, because I was looking back to connect all the weapons with the figures I have, so I looked at like everything that existed.
Yeah,
and there were just lots of turtle repaints after a certain point, or not even repaints, but like silly versions of
the party turtles that were like, one was Mikey was a clown.
Leo had a little thing in his back. You blow it, it would make the
he had a party
sound.
hat and a whistle. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's the only one I had. I started to like only get one of each turtle, which is sort of funny. Like I had the caveman Leo that came with the Triceratops that he would ride on.
Yeah,
I just had one version of every turtle. Like I picked my favorite.
I think we got all patriotic over at my house, and my mother was specifically buying me like the military ones. So like I had like Leonardo and the desert fatigues. Yes,
there were a surprising number of military-based turtles.
Yes,
there's definitely a Raph because he came with a little yellow dog that was like a bulldog with the beret on.
Yes. And Michelangelo was the sailor. Donatello was in the Air Force.
I always thought that looked like a Ghostbuster. That was
sure.
Like, he had the flight suit on.
Yes, he did.
My favorite of the ones that I brought home with me is the Donatello as a cowboy. And he's got the little straw, like it's white and red, so not to be confused with it being a cigarette or something. It's like very clearly a straw. I like the way they colored the jeans was very nice. I just thought they did a good job. There was also a Leonardo dressed as a Native American, which is probably in retrospect not a great idea. But just lots of fun. It definitely captured the funness of toys then more, I think, than any other line. Like they really got into it, and just these weren't just like slapped together. Clearly some thought and care went into making these really interesting toys. That, I would love to start a mint on card collection of these. Like I don't need new versions. Like if I can get the original for the same price as the new one,
it'd be great.
That's probably my preference.
I got Best Actions putting out a couple new Loyal Subjects. Their Best Action line. They're doing a couple variant turtles at this point. They're doing the street clothes.
Right. So this is interesting because there are 4 versions of each character, as if like one, like they're each a chase. I guess I don't know.
Oh no.
That's like how they're selling it. There's 4 chases. They're all a chase. Like what?
Gosh.
What are you talking about? Like they're really trying to like play up like a different angle to try to get people to buy these. But it's just the turtles wearing like bulky jackets, like winter jackets, and then one is painted as a Letterman jacket. One of the 4 variants is blacked out and says prototype. So I don't know if they're going to ship it with no paint like McFarlane does, or what makes it a prototype. But I think people are onto this company and are sort of like, I don't know. Like I think like they have some good ideas, but the execution is just not there.
Sure,
it's just not there.
No, they put a lot. I think Walmart really supports them heavily. You find all their stuff. I mean, like NECA has Target.
Sure.
Loyal Subjects has Walmart pretty much in their collector's section. So
I've still never seen the Turtles.
No, I've seen them.
I know you've said you've seen them, but
Yes.
I've never seen them. I've seen like the other figures, like the Lord of the Rings or
sure,
the anime stuff.
Right. So yeah, those.
I like to see them in person.
The Walmart CollectorCon was pushing heavily with a lot of their exclusives this past week too. In terms of
in
terms of some, I think they had a video game style of Rocksteady and Bebop, and then
some
Mirage
the
style,
orange and pink, like where they're losing health.
Exactly, and then the Mirage style Shredder and Foot Soldier. Yeah.
So CollectorCon, this just this every year is this. It syncs up with Comic-Con, or was this
it must?
Just like
it must. I think we've seen it in the past where it's either close to or around the same time. Again, another distraction for everybody to get worked up over about missing things. So
yeah, what were the big exclusives that they were up on Walmart?
I know they had they had a couple of the Kenobi series figures. They had the Droid Bounty Hunter that wasn't for LOM, and they had the Purge Trooper, and these were supposed to be released like a month ago, but then they were pushed back, so everyone had waited. So these were available. Trying to think what else. I mean, there was plenty. There was a lot.
Yeah. Oh, they have, of course, had the animated Spider-Man with the cell shading.
Yes, that was a big one. The animated that was a
one.
huge one. Animated Spider-Man and the Lizard. The Lizard also.
Yeah. I wanted that Spider-Man, but I forgot. I didn't even try to get it right away. I didn't even look at when it was going to go on sale. But you got it, and then you were telling me about it, and I just would jump on there and hit refresh, and it came in stock. I was able to order it.
Sure.
Of course, you could only get one at a time, so you have to pay shipping on top of the already $33 or whatever it is.
It's wild.
Lizard's in stock right now.
No, that's good.
Spider-Man is not.
No, he came, he was up for 2 minutes and then he was gone. And
yeah,
I think what ended up happening a lot with Walmart, it gets flagged. Yeah. If something's selling too quickly, they look at it and they say, "Oh no, something's up with this," and they suspend the ordering process. But they came back up, so you were lucky enough to grab it.
Yeah, I think that looks great. I love it.
I didn't realize it was cell shaded. That was pretty cool. It was a bonus for me. I was like, oh, look at that. It's nice.
It's an all-new sculpt, too, because someone had it and compared it to the last Spider-Man, and it's smaller.
Oh, no kidding. Well, everyone always compares it to that Pizza Spider-Man. That's the big metric to compare everything to is Pizza Spider-Man.
Well, the last Spider-Man that was on the retro card was different from Pizza Spider-Man, so I think that's the new, best Spider-Man.
Okay.
But this one's even different, more different from that.
Oh.
So this is there's a ton of Spider-Mans all of a sudden.
Oh, there's a lot of Spider-Man.
There's that 3-pack with his amazing friends. That looks pretty trashy. This is the Iceman looks pretty bad.
He does. He's got a lot of cell shading on him. Lines that are very
he doesn't
very
have
odd.
I forget what body they said he has, but he doesn't have the rocker ankles, so you can't even do nice poses with him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know who's making these decisions, but that's not great. So that is happening. So we'll jump into Hasbro a little bit. So the biggest thing from Hasbro, and I didn't see a ton about this, but maybe I just missed it. They did have the Selfie Series figures on display. They had
the figures.
The first photo I saw of it didn't look great, and I was sort of like, I don't know about this, but it must have been a bad photo because the next photo they looked much better. I feel like all the heads are very round.
Fair enough.
That just might be part of it, but I thought they looked good.
They do look good
Now.
They did have a booth set up, yes.
Right. So people were able to put in their orders for this. I would love to know. We think we know the price, around $60. Let's see if that's true. Yeah. Does that include shipping?
I mean, if you're a Pulse member, you can only go get it through the app. If you're a Pulse Premium member, then you're all set. Has to include shipping,
which was not working for me tonight when I tried to order Beasts. It would whenever I tried to go to my cart. It said it was not working, so I had to go to the website. I don't
use the app. I've had issues with it in the past, so I don't use the app anymore.
Anytime I try to click a link to go to the website, it opens up the app from my phone, so I have to use my computer, I guess, if I want to actually order anything from there. So the other thing I want to know is, what is the scanning process like? I imagine they use... I have answered for you before.
Okay, yes, I do.
Tell me what this is.
So they had the booth set up to order... So Rebel Scum... .com had representation down there. With their own phone, you just go with your phone and you put the phone directly in your face. You keep your phone eye level, straight, and then it asks you to turn to the left and then turn to the right and then back to the center. And it scans just your face. It doesn't really do the hair. And then you can go in after the fact and it will scan some facial hair, but it does have facial hair templates. It does have color templates for your hair as well. And then from the rep, at least from the Hasbro rep, mentioned that from ordering to delivery, it's about 45 days.
No, so quick.
Yes.
That's very quick. I was thinking much longer.
So 45 days. And there will be more bodies in the future other than what is available currently or will be available currently.
I'm watching the video now on Hasbro on Rebel Scum. I think this is the best way. So you can once you have your face on there, you scroll around and you have the 3D view. And you can
so you don't need the studio lights or anything that they're showing. Those are all you can go outside as long as it's nice and well lit. You don't want to be doing it in a dark room. Each sculpt or each scan is unique to the figure, so you can't take that head and transpose it onto another figure. Each one is unique to the figure. So if you want the Power Ranger, you have to do one head scan for the Power Ranger. If you want the Ghostbuster, you have to do another head scan. So like I was saying to you, you can go in and change your facial features, as it were. If you have a beard, if you don't want a beard, if you want to change your hairstyle.
I love it.
It's all there.
This is great.
I'm excited for it. I am excited for it. So we'll see.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna, because the app just looks like fun. You can just turn yourself into an NFT.
Oh sure, yeah. Just take some screen captures of it.
It is interesting how they're doing it, using the scanning technology and not uploading photos, because then maybe they don't want people to upload photos of
celebrities.
Yeah. But I do wonder if people. It will just put a printout on their face or try to get around it.
That's a good question. I don't know. I think there's some mapping technology. You see people, you go to a convention at this point, let's take a selfie with Pedro Pascal. Be like, oh, hold still, sir. All right, now look to your left, sir. What are you doing to me?
That's really funny. Yeah.
Oh, we're taking a selfie. I'm just really bad at taking a picture.
We just need you to turn left a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, we're all set. All right, we're good.
Did they address the Ghostbuster neck?
I don't think they did. They should. Okay. But obviously, Rebel Scum just deals with Star Wars. So he was less interested in any of the other bodies there. It was just Star Wars 100%. Cool.
So it starts off bald, and I'm looking, unless this guy is bald. That's going through it. And then you click the property that you want, and you click Star Wars, and it's going to show all the different, there's 3 or 4 bodies.
Yeah, I think there's 4. There's a Princess, there's a
Leia too. Yeah. Have we confirmed which Stormtrooper body this is? Is it the original?
I don't know.
The newer, better one?
I could imagine. You don't get a helmet with the Stormtrooper. And you don't get
that. I do feel like that sucks, because a lot of these are helmeted characters, and it's sort of weird that you don't get the helmet. But I guess they wouldn't be able to put the helmet on because your head might be a little too bulbous. So they just don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, but is it... So I guess... Well, yeah, I mean, at the end of it, your hair is what is going to make the issue. I don't know if they're sculpting every single face unique to the shape of it. It might just be the 3D, the scan and the...
Right.
And the photo reel technology they got going for you.
So it's up to you to get the accessories, but still very cool, game changer. I'm very interested to see how this advances, if this sticks around, if it gets even better. Yeah. But obviously this is something that I have always wanted. I like how they have it here, where you choose the different, it's like you're building a create-a-player in a video game. You choose the different hair, you can choose what color your pieces are, your skin tone and everything.
I do like that. I really do like the facial hair feature, because I was really worried that, I look good without a beard, but I look better with. So,
Sure. Yeah, this looks great.
It's a good gift for the casual fan. If you don't have, I got this for you, just stand still. It'll be in there for 45 days.
Right. That's sort of it's not really going to be a surprise unless you just I need to scan you. Don't think too much.
Don't ask why.
It's
what character do you like?
Yeah, I know. Who's your favorite? So very cool. Looking forward to that. When is that going to roll out to us normal folk?
The normies. Well, that's who's to say? Because everyone, it might just all be delivered after the fact. I think winter. of this year.
Yeah, okay. I wonder if it'll be so popular that it'll crash.
That's a good question.
I wonder how popular this is going to be.
Right. I mean, I think it's split at this point. I think there are fans that like the idea. I know I like the idea quite a bit. There's other fans that are like, who the hell would want an action figure of themselves? How narcissistic do you have to be? I say,
yeah, it's a good point. Like because this is the community we're in, some people probably don't like how they look. Or like, just in general, like a portion of the planet doesn't like the way they look, and they probably don't want to be reminded.
Right,
of
but
it
you've got the cosplay crowd that cosplays as the 501st for Star Wars. You'd think that
they have helmets on. They're hiding.
They do have
face.
helmets. Fair enough. You're
the
right.
face is the whole thing here. It's like if you hide your face on the toy, then what's the point of even having it?
Yeah, that's true.
Nothing else is unique.
I've got my advanced copy of my Studio Series Clone Trooper right here. Ooh. You don't think my head's under there? You'll never know.
I'm gonna pop my head right on that Halloween Clone Trooper. I'm excited for that.
Yes. Oh my god.
Does the paint glow in the dark? The skeleton.
That's a good question. I would have to say yes. I mean, you can't just tease us with a skeleton clone trooper like that and not have glow.
I feel like they would have shown it off glowing if it was going to glow. I think it's just like electric colored.
Star Wars is going in a weird place for the Hasbro line. It's like they've done everything and now they're just bored. So it's like, we'll see where it goes. Cause I'm starting to get tapped out with Star Wars, and you know me, I love my Star Wars, but it's
your
like
bread and butter, as you said
it's
last week.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, if we're going to do every holiday, then okay. Cause they still have those Christmas ones they got to get out. Now they're doing Halloween.
Star Wars is the new birds, the Target birds.
Right.
Every holiday, you're getting a new Star Wars.
When an Easter Yoda.
Oh yeah, I want that. Give me that.
So this will be fun. It's funny.
St. Patrick's
I think
Day Yoda.
We're rolling into there was a lot revealed for Star Wars, like almost too much. Coming up on the 40th. Well, we're coming up on the 40th for Return of the Jedi next year, so they released. They do the vintage style Black Series, so it's almost like a greatest hits of characters. Couple new ones mixed in. We got some Ewoks that are going to be on that plussed up card. More Lando. No pictures, just the pictures from the original movie. We're getting Lando in disguise again on a card. We're getting the Endor Leia. I know it is enough. Endor Leia, Endor Han.
From that 2-pack that they sold for $2 on Target not too long ago.
No, that's Empire. That's Empire.
That's Empire, right? This is Endor.
Yeah, we're talking Endor, the one that you like. That you like that Han Solo sculpt. So those will be out.
I did like. Maybe he won't be as pink. He was a little pink. Not.
They're doing the retro again, so they're gonna have they released the retro lineup for Return of the Jedi. I think it includes the Emperor. I think it includes an Ewok. A Bib Fortuna's on there, maybe. Yeah, some fun stuff to get it carded. We're getting the retro box for the other 6 original figures, so that'll be cool to go with the box of the first 6 that we are still waiting on.
Where's my box? Where is it?
I don't know. It exists at Disney. I'm sure you could go down to the Disney.
Oh, they have it in person?
They had it in person at one point. I'm sure you could go down there and it's probably there.
I ordered. What did I end up ordering from Pulse?
You did order from Pulse.
Yeah,
and I ordered because you had a hard time canceling it from Disney because they were like,
oh yeah, I had no way to cancel it.
You want to cancel something from us? What?
I know.
How dare you,
sir? I'm sorry. You're stuck with it. I have a lot of things that I've ordered with, I don't even know. I'll just order it and they don't charge you until it ships. So I'm sort of like, I'll have time. I'll return. Speaking of that, I ordered the Wolverine with the heat claws from Amazon, which has been out for a long time. I've seen it at Target. So I'm like, okay, but I ordered 2 and I kept it because they kept lowering the price on those and they would adjust your price. So I think I ended up getting 2 for like $30 or something.
No, not bad.
At the end of the day. But the real reason I wanted to keep it is because it comes with an alternate head, and it's the same sculpt as VHS Wolverine, so I could finally make this an unmasked animated Wolverine.
Bring it on over a little bit.
So you can't see it on your camera?
I can't see it.
You see it?
Oh, there he is. Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Not too bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. Berserker a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
So I was excited about that. And since it's the same sculpt, it fits perfectly. It's like the same.
Good.
All the same pieces. Just little, like the claws are different, and then the belts. So like any of the add-on pieces are different, like the shoulder pauldrons or whatever those are. But nice. Fun figure. Is worth it just for the extra head. But yeah, like I ordered so WWE is doing, oh my god, WWE had so many releases, so many unveilings. I can't even get into all of it. It's like every character that has appeared on TV since the 80s has a figure coming out, including like 20 different Hulk Hogan figures.
Yeah.
They're really banking on him not getting canceled again, because they're going to have to cancel half of their toys if he goes away. So from Walmart, they have the WWE Superstars, which are like the He-Man bodied ones, but these are not He-Man anymore. They're like based on Remco, which did AWA, I think. So they're just like that style, but then like with fabric clothing. And they had 4 or 5 different releases, but they dropped them at different times. So at first there were 3, so I ordered those 3. But then they dropped the Undertaker. Well, you can't just order one figure because you don't get free shipping. So I ordered the 4 figures, and then they dropped the Warrior, and I can't just order one figure because I want free shipping. So I ordered all 5 with the intention of canceling the first 2 orders.
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet, so I feel like I'm going to forget, and then I'm going to have like 18 figures. But I can always swap them. I can return them. I want to make sure I get good cards.
Oh, sure.
Because that's like, I'm keeping these mints on card, if you can see them back here.
Yes, I do see them.
So like, I'll just return them to Walmart. Who cares? A little extra legwork, but I want the best cards. So yeah, lots of pre-orders floating around out there.
It's overwhelming.
It's a little overwhelming, especially when the charges come in and you're like, oh, I forgot about that. I hope I have enough funds to pay you. But that's Future Paul's problem right now.
Yeah, don't worry about
not
Future
worry
Paul.
about that. Ooh, what's this?
Future Paul might have polio or something.
Oh, what is this company? They're doing... This is Beast Kingdom. Let me send you this link real quick that Big Bad Toy Store just posted. They have like squished versions of Buzz Lightyear, and then like the Return of the Jedi friends, but then there's a Chip and Dale set that look very nice. What do we know Beast Kingdom from? What have they made that we know that they...
Oh, very little.
They have anything else?
I don't know much. No. This is a new company to me.
They look this Buzz looks amazing, like the movie accurate one. I don't know. I don't even know, but it looks very good. I'll post a picture of it.
You'll be able to watch Lightyear next week on Disney Plus.
Disney Plus, I know. I'm never going to see another movie in theaters because Thor's coming out August 1st or something like that.
Oh, no, it isn't.
I mean, soon. Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of Lightyear, but like, it's going to be there soon.
Of course.
Unless they completely change their pattern. They unveiled the next phase of Marvel movies today, Saturday night, in Hall H, including 2 Avengers movies in 1 year, I think 2025.
Okay.
And then there's a Fantastic Four movie officially announced, so we'll see. I hope they cast that soon. Yeah, too much Marvel. I'm overwhelmed. I saw people trying to get excited about it, but it's just too much. There's way too much going on.
I'm underwhelmed. I was like, oh, Secret Invasion, oh, Guardians 3. I remember when it was like one movie. Back in my day, we had one Marvel movie a year, and we were fine with it. Yeah. Now it's like you get 6 different streaming shows and 3 movies and all the merchandise tie-ins, and my basement can't hold anymore. Ugh, that's my old man impression.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's,
They released the footage for the Groot show, which is like 6 mini Groot. He's like stuck on like an island with like little tinier beings that like worship him.
Ooh.
And I'm like, what is this?
Is he still teenager Groot? What version of Groot is this?
No, he's like, it's like baby Groot.
Oh, he's
like
still
after
baby
he gets
Groot?
out of the pot. He's the baby
God.
Groot. So it happens in the past before he gets wiped out.
So silly.
But it's just like so much Marvel. So much.
Yeah, I mean, like...
They got an Agatha Harkness show coming out. I think we kind of knew something like that was brewing, haha. But
nice. Nicely done. Right.
But she's getting something.
Yeah, they changed the name.
2023.
Yeah, that's right. Nothing is coming out next year or this year. I guess that's coming out. Like everything, all the movies are like 2025 or like, or what year was this? 2022.
Correct. So there's a slate for 2023. It's pretty large. Yeah. It's at least 12 different medias.
That's too much
for 2023.
One a month.
It is
too much. I don't have that much time. You kidding me? No. Marvel, Disney, y'all crazy. But that's fine. There's an audience for it somewhere. You don't have to watch all.
There's
of
another
it.
Captain America movie. And it's like, what is this Captain America movie?
The real. It's not the real.
You're not the real Captain America.
You?
It's like,
I don't know.
It's like going to see Santa at the mall. You're not the real Santa.
It's like
You're not the real Captain America.
It's like when you go to
watching.
You go see Blippi.
Falcon and Winter Soldier. There.
It's like if you go to see.
We go see
Blippi. It's the fake Blippi, and I'm like, you're not Blippi.
Oh, man.
The kids have to know.
Oh, you think so?
I mean,
oh my God, you think you're that one kid in the audience that figured it out? That's not Blippi.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think you're allowed to say that about Captain America. You just have to accept it, even though it's not our Captain America. He's too busy making direct-to-Netflix movies with Ryan Gosling now to be Captain America.
Oh, sure.
We watched that. My wife is a big fan. Oh, speaking of this, I should probably document this in case I ever need it for a divorce court or anything. We were driving through Massachusetts for my brother's wedding. We went to the rehearsal the 2 nights before, and we were in a town, and we drove by a road, and my wife squealed as if a deer had just run across the road or something.
I hate that.
And I was like, oh my God, what happened? And she's like, this is the road that Chris Evans lives on. It's like, what?
Oh,
how do you know that? And she told me this whole story about an interview where he got a little too in depth about like the house, and like she connected all of these dots, and she found the property on massproperty.com, whatever. And she street viewed it, and that was it. We were there, and it's not like it's gated or anything. It's just this like winding road back in, the middle of nowhere in Massachusetts.
Surprised she didn't want to go into his dad's dental office.
We drove right by it. Yeah,
we were so close.
It's right.
He could have been in the waiting room just waiting for something.
Had it been there the whole time, like 10 years ago when I lived there? Like we drive by that every day to go to work.
No, I don't believe so. No, okay. It's within the last like 7 or 8.
So that was excitement for her. she came.
Wow. This highlight of the trip
for her. Yeah, but it was
all worth it.
She knew he wasn't there because he's overseas filming something, so it wasn't as exciting.
Sure.
Like our chances of bumping into him at Market Basket were 0 because he wasn't in the state. But yeah. What else? So much. Too much. Oh, let's mention this very quickly.
Way too much.
Some non-San Diego Comic-Con news. Vince McMahon, CEO of World Wrestling Entertainment, retired via tweets, which is very strange because he is a 77-year-old man who does not tweet. But he is out.
Yeah.
There were obviously some stories circulating that he had done some very bad things. We've known he's done some bad things. Ahead of it. Well, I think he finally got pushed out. He didn't want to go. After the first story broke, he actually came on TV and was like, I'm bigger than the WWE. You can't fire me. I got all the stock. But whatever they said to him, he's gone. So it's going to be very interesting in the upcoming weeks. Triple H, he was out for he had a heart condition, but also I think it was a political thing, but he's back now. Lots of happenings again. When the most interesting part of your wrestling show is the reality of the politics, maybe that's not the best thing, but that is the reality of it right now. It's very interesting. People didn't think he would retire until he was dead. So maybe he is dead, and it's been a Weekend at Bernie's situation for these past few months. But worth noting because it's going to shake up things, and it'll be interesting to see if it's for the better or the worst. If all of the problems with WWE were blamed on him, it should be perfect now, right? Everyone should be happy, and things should be interesting again. So we'll see. Back to G.I.
Changing the landscape. Oh, yeah. Oh, G.I. Joe? I want to talk about G.I. Joe. I love G.I. Joe.
I was able to sort of ignore most of it, but something caught my eye. Serpentor, the golden flying friend from the movie. He's getting
his battle sled.
Is this an exclusive to a convention?
This is an exclusive. This is a Hasbro Pulse exclusive.
Pulse Con? Like, is this going to be hard to get?
I don't think it's Pulse Con. I think it's
open order.
It's similar to that. Yeah, I think it's similar to that Jabba the Hutt throne room, the Bib Fortuna throne room, where they just have it for pre-order.
That's the way to go. Yeah.
I would hope. That thing looks great.
How much do you think that's going to retail for?
Oh, $80.
Probably worth it. You got $30 figure.
All that gold.
That's a lot of gold.
All that gold.
Yes. Now, are they going to do the other weird friends, like the snake body guy, to go with it?
Oh, Globulus, maybe.
I need that
Nemesis
3-pack.
Enforcer there.
Yeah, I need that 3-pack.
That 3-pack. I mean, you know, if you were at any flea market in the 90s, that flea market, I mean, that card back with those figures were always there. It was like someone was always trying to sell that stupid set. And then you'd always find Globulus in like a box of loose figures.
Because it's like such a weird figure. It's like no other G.I. Joe looks like that.
No, I'd be happy with Globulus.
Oh, love it.
That was freaky.
I want the
freaky part of that movie was that.
All coiled up, like, so he can stand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get it all coiled up. Get his, like, the bulb that he was first released in. He had that giant, like, bulb thing that he was... Such a weird-ass movie.
It took a few years, but Hasbro finally figured out what to do with this toy line.
Yes, they have.
Sergeant Slaughter and Serpentor and these classic colors and the retro designs of the characters. They finally figured out. The only thing they don't know how to do is get these into stores so that I can buy them.
Sure. Of course.
I don't know how that's going to happen, but they exist. Somebody's buying them.
I don't know either. It's questionable, but yeah, it's very strange, very popular, and it's got its fans.
Clearly.
I mean, the only ones they don't want gung ho. They just want like bad guys and army builders, and that's how you fill that up. Sell everything else on Hasbro Pulse, but at least put your bad guys out on the shelf there.
I know. What does that say about us?
Oh, so yeah, not a lot. Just more. They showed some pipeline stuff. They showed some. I think they had the in-person view of the Hiss tank. Yeah. They had some renders of upcoming figures like Deep Dive or whomever. A couple of them. Yeah. So that's exciting. It's good stuff.
It is exciting. Serpentor really like stood out to me. I was like, I never had that figure as a kid, but I always liked it. So
I had that figure. I think we got it at Geppetto's.
I remember getting
it for Christmas.
The 3-pack from like a drugstore or something. Like back when everywhere sold toys.
Sure.
Those were the days. Those were the days.
Now every store sells drugs.
It's true. We need drugs more. Every store sells pops. And that's as far as they'll go.
Oh God, yeah. Oh, the pops are a safe bet.
I went to another Newberry Comics while I was up there. That's what I miss a lot. Really miss. I don't know what that store looked like before Pops, because literally half of the store is Pops right now.
Is it really?
And I mean, they have some toy, like they had a lot of Super 7 on like the shelf that kids can't reach, so I got to see the Turtles in person for the first time, cementing my decision not to order them. And then Leo has very neon green fingertips. The fingernails.
The fingernails.
I'm not sure what that's about, but I don't. They're just
stylistic choice there.
It's just not for me. Yeah. So let's see what else. Some Marvel Legends stuff. We got Howard the Duck from What If with Ant-Man's head in a jar. That's fun.
Yeah. So hopefully that's compatible with Doctor Strange's cape that came with that Spider-Man figure, the Peter Parker figure.
That figure was hard to find, so maybe they have to re-release that.
So.
Is that enough?
Just the
cape. Duck and the head, is that enough for a figure? Like for $30 or whatever they're going to be charging?
I think at this point they could charge whatever, because you're not going to see the toy.
Oh, because it's in the box.
Yeah, it's going to be in a box that you can't see. So yeah,
well, let's talk about that. So Hasbro did backtrack a little, because I think the original statement was no plastic anywhere. No plastic.
Right.
Now it's collector-centric lines where they keep the boxes. Okay, plastic is fine.
Yeah.
So
miniature American flag?
Yeah, exactly. So is the messaging here? We don't want the plastic in the wastes, the trash yards. We can make it, but you have to promise to keep it. So if we all promise to keep the boxes,
the assumption is exactly. The assumption is the guys that are buying the vintage stuff and the retro carded stuff, they're never going to open it. So it's not going into a landfill. It's staying in their basement, or it's staying up in their man cave, I think wherever it's going, or their cave in general.
We need to make a campaign to promise Hasbro that we won't throw away the boxes. I have so many unopened empty boxes in my garage right now, just sitting there for no reason. I don't know this.
Buy some totes so you can organize it a little bit.
I mean, they're hanging on my. I have like a pegboard out there, so they're hanging on the pegboard. Okay. Especially the Power Rangers. I think I've kept every Power Ranger box because it has very nice design. So even if you're just looking at the side, it makes a full picture. But I think that we need to, and maybe this is just the angle they're taking. But if let's call their bluff and say, if we promise not to throw away your plastic, will you please make more bubbles? We want to see the toys. I'm so sad.
We promise never to open any of your product because no child is buying any of this stuff.
You can open it. You can open it. Just keep the box. Just keep the plastic.
Keep the box.
You can throw away the cardboard part apparently. Just like take the plastic part, flatten it out, put it all on top of each other. And then show that off. Let's think of a hashtag right now.
It's a Hasbro buyback program.
There you
go.
We
send the empty carton back to Hasbro for redemption.
It's like you bring your water jug to the grocery store to fill it up. Fill up my plastic with some new toys.
Yeah,
I want to see them.
Or just keep the plastic. Just upcharge us a little bit, like the 5-cent deposit.
Oh, there you go.
We pay the deposit for the plastic.
Yeah. Oh, that's a funny thing. So, being back in Massachusetts, there's some things that are different from Florida. A couple things, but we don't have in Florida. We don't have the extra 5 cents for the bottles because there's no bottle return program. So that was funny. Like going back and remembering. Oh yeah, you got charged because they expect you to return and recycle the bottles. The other thing is, where did all the plastic bags go in Massachusetts? It's all paper now.
So it's town by town and city by city at this point. So some towns have put a plastic bag ban in place. Other towns have not. So if you go to like a city like Leominster, Plastic City as it is, you get plastic bags there. If you go right across the street to Fitchburg or a town or city over, it's all paper. So town by town.
Okay, because we obviously would go to New Hampshire on one trip. We go to Target, get plastic, and then we went to like Lowell and we got paper bags. Even at like GameStop, they gave me an unmarked paper bag. It's like this is the weirdest thing ever. Like there should be a baguette sticking out of it. Like it's so weird to have paper bags.
Oh, wow, manja. There you go. That's funny. Yeah. We just live with it at this point.
I guess.
I'm surprised to see plastic anywhere I go now. I'm surprised. I'm like, oh my God, it's plastic.
When we do our pickup for groceries at Walmart, we get no less than 35 plastic bags. And like our little storage container from IKEA is full, so we throw them out. I mean, nothing we can do about it. But the paper is so funny. It's so funny to me.
Yeah, all that goes right back to the recycling for me. I don't save my paper bags.
Can't. I did want to keep one of the Target ones, just like I wish I had kept old Toys R Us bags because of the different logos.
The paper Target bags are really nice.
They are nice.
Got the handles.
Yeah, I mean they got the logo on there. They're very nice bag.
If I find something, I'll send one down to you.
And you can wrap it up in that.
I don't need it. Yeah, I can send it in the bag. Nice. Staple the top of it and hope it gets there.
Not even in a box. You're just gonna.
Oh yeah, I guess
put the stamp on the paper bag.
On the bag,
that works too. Ring just told me someone's in my driveway at 10:30 at night. Don't love that. Let's see if they come to the door.
I hope not, Paul. No,
I'm not gonna get it.
I got my phone at the ready.
I'll leave this recording and record my death. So, we didn't cover everything. Is there any other big things that we got to talk about from Comic-Con?
Oh shoot, there's so much.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything big. I think you and I tend to skew towards Hasbro and NECA more than anything these days. Sure. You like obviously you're wrestling with Mattel and Jazzwares there, but yeah, we don't really go outside of that. Nothing from Playmates at all. No. Mattel did their Mattel Creations drop for their San Diego Comic-Con stuff, and it was a complete cluster.
Oh yeah, were you able to pre-order
sold out
anything
in like minutes
from there?
So I got the toilet chaos set or whatever the hell they're calling it
with the Rex.
The Dino, the Rex with the Gennaro figure and the outhouse. I got that. That was exciting.
$80.
It was $80. Yeah, I had the that was the one thing I did want, and then they had the Motu anniversary set. I had that in the cart, and when I went to check out, it said both were sold out, and I got really nervous. So I went back in, and the one I really wanted was the the Dino set, and I added it back in and got in line. And I was like, if I have to get at least one, it's going to be this one. So again, that was sold out in like 15 minutes.
What was the anniversary set with He-Man? The He-Man and the Skeletor, or was there a 4-pack?
It was He-Man and Skeletor. No, it was a 2-pack, and they were in the Masterverse style.
What is the 4-pack with the different styles of He-Man, like through the ages? There was something.
That's a good question. I don't know if I saw that one. This one
of this, but they were showing it off.
Yeah, they might have been showing that off. This one, he had flocked. He had a flocked loincloth, and he had flocked boots, and then Skeletor had an articulated jaw. So they were different enough, but this stuff we've already had.
But it sold out.
And then there was it sold out in like 2 minutes. Yeah. And they had, what was it? The Hulk Hogan. They had the VHS box set that sold out pretty quickly
No holds
too.
barred.
Wrestling. Yeah, that went
very
fast.
quick again. People got on there immediately and still didn't get it. Sorry, guys.
It's wild. Crazy world.
But
yeah, no, I can't think of anything else.
All right.
Really can't. We touched base on everything.
If we forgot anything, we'll probably make a TikTok about it or something. But
oh, sure.
We're happy to be back. We took a week off because there's just no way I was gonna be able to record. I was up north for my brother's wedding. That was a good time. Good to see everybody. Now we don't have to go back for another 10 years.
See me
I saw you twice.
Oh no,
we went exciting. To the Animal Farm with the kiddos. Had a great time.
Yes, we did. A lot of fun there.
Good stuff. All right, everybody. Well, you got anything else for the big week, Bill?
No, nothing.
All right, everybody. Well, you know what we say. We don't want to grow up, but we already did. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.